Hello, welcome to any community. What do you mean by Pratyakhyeya Vikara or Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi? What do you mean by Anupakrama Vikara? What are the features of Pratyakhyeya Vikara or Anupakrama Vikara? These are the these are the questions that will be answered in this particular video entitled Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi Lakshana. Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi refers to asadhya vikara type, that is incurable diseases as such. So whatever may be the means treatment measures are being taken, that will not be responsible for the remission of the symptoms will be observed in this particular type of the Vyadhi as such. What are the characters of Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi as such? So that is as per the Charaka Samhita, it is being mentioned Tadvat Pratyakhyayam Tridoshajam Kriyapatham Atikrantam Sarvamarganusarinam Outsukyarati Sammoha Karam Indriya Nashanam Durbalasya Samruddham Vyadhim Sarishtamevacha. So here Tadvat refers to the parts of or the features of Yapya Vyadhi are also being explained here. That is Gambhiram Bahudhatustham Marma Sandhi Samashritam Nityanushayinam Rogam Dirghakalam Avasthitam Vidyat Vidoshajam. So these are the features that can also be seen in Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi as such. Further, Ashtanga Hridaya says Anupakrama eva syat sthito atyanta viparyaye autsukya moha arati krit drisharishto akshanashanaha. These are the descriptions that are available in Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana first chapter, which is nothing but the summary of above mentioned shloka itself. Now, if you split this particular shloka, it goes like this. Tadvat Pratyakhyayam Tridoshajam Kriyapatham Atikrantam Sarvamarga Anusarinam Outsukya Arati Sammoha Karam Indriyanashanam Durbalasya Susamruddham Vyadhim Sarishtamevacha. If you look into the meaning, Tadvat. So here some of the features of Yapya Vyadhi, they are being considered in this Pratyakhyeya Vikara. Tridoshajam. It is essentially a Tridoshaja Vikara. Kriyapatham Atikrantam, wherein Kriyapatha refers to the treatment measures. Atikrantam, that is the disease present in an individual beyond the capacity of the treatment as such. So that's why it is incurable as such. Sarva Marga Anusarinam. So here Sarva Marga refers to the Roga Marga. Roga Marga, so that is the disease persists in all the three Roga Marga. Abhyantar Roga Marga, Bahya Roga Marga and Madhyama Roga Marga. Outsukya Arati Sammoha Karam. So that is, if the diseases are associated with Outsukya, Arati, Sammoha and Indriya Nashana, that is dysfunctioning or loss of functions of Indriya. It could be Jnanendriya as well as Karmendriya. Durbalasya Susamruddham. So that is weak individual, physically and mentally, emotionally weak individual, and he is presented with a very severe form of the disease. Arishtam, if the disease is associated with Arishta Lakshana, so that is the signs of imminent death. So these are the features of Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi. Now let us look into these features one by one. When you think about the Lakshanas of Yapya Vikara, it is being mentioned Gambhiram Bahudhatustham Marma Sandhi Samashritam Nityanushayinam Rogam Dirghakalam Avasthitam. So that is Vidyat Vidoshajam. So here Gambhira. So here it is an image. It is being showing Gambhira Dhatu affliction. So that is deep-seated dhatu affliction are being seen in this particular disease. When you think about the image, it is the joint swelling that is being observed. So when you think about the joint swelling, it is asthi affliction can be predicted. Asthi is considered to be one of the deeperly situated dhatu. Based on that, Gambhiram, Bahudhatu, Gambhiram, that is deep-seated illness as such. Bahudhatu stham, that is multiple dhatu affliction can be seen. So here, when you think about the left knee joint, it is having the redness as such. So that means there will be an affliction of Rakta dhatu also. In that particular situation, Bahudhatu stham, that is Rakta and Asthi dhatu affliction can be observed in this particular occasion. And Marma Sandhi affliction, as it is the joint is being afflicted, left knee joint which is being afflicted, it is Sandhi is being afflicted, and Marma, in the sense the Madhyama Roga Marga affliction can be seen here. Two dosha affliction. When you think about this, the person is having the mild swelling, probably there may be a possibility of severe pain, and it is a redness. When you think about this, two dosha affliction, that is the pitta and kapha dosha affliction is being seen. Pitta dosha due to the presence of redness, and kapha dosha due to the presence of swelling as such. If it is having the pain, definitely we may say that there may be a possibility of a vata dosha affliction also. So, but based on the examination, looking into the inspection, etc., we can able to predict the possibility of a two dosha affliction, that is pitta as well as kapha. So in this way, so this is what is considered to be a Yapya Vyadhi Lakshana. So this may be observed even in cases of Pratyakhyeya Vikara. Next aspect regarding the Kriyapatham Atikrantam. So that means there will be Kriyapatha refers to the treatment plan, or what we can say the pathway of treatment as such. Atikrantam, beyond the capacity of this particular treatment modality. Here, Kriyapatham Atikrantam, in the sense the pathogens are present in the body which is not eliminated completely from the body to the exterior. When you think about the pathogenesis, so that may be possible from the proliferation of these particular pathogens in the alimentary canal, and there may be a possibility of transport of these pathogens into the intravascular compartment. From there, the pathogens will be entering into the interstitial compartment. From there, the pathogens will be entering into the intracellular compartment. So this will be the nature of the pathogenesis as such. And when you think about the Kriyapatha, in the sense, if the pathogens are present in the intracellular compartment, you need to bring it into the exterior, either through the bloodletting, etc., or otherwise, if the person is suffering from the extensive disease throughout the skin as such, then in that particular situation, you need to bring the pathogens from the intracellular compartment into the interstitial compartment. From the interstitial compartment, these pathogens are made to move from the interstitial compartment to intravascular compartment. From the intravascular compartment, they are made to move into the alimentary canal, maybe in the stomach or small intestine or large intestine. Depending upon the movement of these particular pathogens in the alimentary canal, Vamana, Virechana and Basti are being planned. Suppose if the pathogens are entering into the stomach, we are making or administering Vamana. And if the pathogens are entering into the small intestine, we are administering Virechana. And if the pathogens are entering into the large intestine, we are going to administer Basti as such. In that way, so the Kriyapatha is being plan. Suppose if the pathogens are present in the interstitial compartment, not in the intracellular compartment. In that particular situation, ideally that has to be brought in the intravascular compartment, then that has to be brought into the alimentary canal, and the pathogens are eliminated from the either Vamana, Virechana or Basti as such. Or if the pathogens are present in the intravascular compartment, then that has to be brought into the alimentary canal, and then that has to be eliminated via Vamana, Virechana or Basti as such. In that way, so that is the treatment plan is usually being adopted. Kriyapatham Atikrantam. So here the pathogens are so much virulent, or the number of pathogens are so much high in the body that the complete elimination from the body is not at all possible. Maybe due to the source of the entry of the pathogens are happening through the multiple sources. Maybe through the mouth, through the nose, through the eyes, through the ears, or through the anus, or urethra, or vagina, or breast as such. So that is source of the entry of the pathogens are taking place through multiple bahya srotas, or otherwise the source of entry of the pathogens are happening through the multiple abhyantara srotas, maybe pranavaha srotas, udakavaha srotas, annavaha srotas, etc. In that particular situation, how you are going to eliminate these pathogens as they are entering through the multiple sources? It is very difficult. That is why, or otherwise, the second way, that is, if the number of pathogens are so much more which are entering into the body, or otherwise the virulence of the pathogens are so much more, so that is producing the severe form of the disease as such. In that particular situation, the treatment is not at all possible. It may become a failure because the complete elimination or transport of these pathogens from the body, that is the intracellular compartment, to the alimentary canal is not possible because of the severity of the symptoms also. In this particular situation, see this, the person is having the alimentary canal symptom, for example either vomiting or diarrhea, and he is having the symptom of a left knee joint pain, plus he is having the symptom of the related to the head, maybe the unconsciousness, or maybe dementia, or maybe the loss of strength, that is the cerebrovascular accident, etc. So here we are going to see the multiple Roga Marga affliction, multiple areas of the body affliction are seen. In that particular situation, that is the first affliction, alimentary canal, is being seen. So here there may be a possibility of either the vomiting or diarrhea. In that particular situation, it is difficult to uh, administer the medicines as such. Plus, there is the knee joint pain affliction. So that is either there may be a possibility of intravascular compartment of the knee joint, or interstitial compartment of the knee joint, or intracellular compartment of the knee joint affliction may be observed, or otherwise the pathogens, that is intravascular compartment of the head, or interstitial compartment of the head, or intracellular compartment of the head that is being afflicted. In that particular situation, what are the treatments can be given? It is a little bit difficult because of the multitude of the organ affliction. Sarvamarganusarinam. That means the pathogens are present, or dosha are present in almost all the Roga Marga. Maybe Abhyantar Roga Marga, or maybe Bahya Roga Marga, or maybe Madhyama Roga Marga. When you think about this, the Abhyantara Roga Marga, so here there is an pathogen which is being depicted in yellow colored circle, so that is present in the stomach, that too lower end of the stomach, in the sense that is the alimentary canal is being afflicted. So here The ideal line of treatment could be Vamana here. Then the red colored circle may indicate Bahyaroga Marga affliction, that is intravascular compartment, interstitial compartment of the Bahyaroga Marga affliction, probably skin as such, or the blue colored circle wherein the pathogens or dosha is being present in the Madhyama Roga Marga, probably left knee joint as such, that is intravascular compartment, interstitial compartment of knee joint is being afflicted. In that particular situation, so a complete recovery from the illness is very difficult, because initially you have to give the treatment for Abhyantara Roga Marga, because Asanna Marga Harana is considered to be a best line of treatment that is being mentioned in Ayurveda fundamentals. So here, uh, if you are giving the that is either Samshodhana therapy, either Vamana or Virechana, so Abhyantara Roga Marga, the Shodhana may be possible. But what about Bahya Roga Marga as well as Madhyama Roga Marga? That is that is difficult here. For that, you have to give further treatment so that the pathogens are present in the Bahya Roga Marga and pathogens are present in the Madhyama Roga Marga are brought to the Abhyantara Roga Marga, and later that has to be eliminated. This is one of the very difficult thing that can be present here. Next, about the Autsukya. What is this particular Autsukya? Harshodrekaha. Chakrapani says Harshodrekaha. Whereas Arunadatta says Vishayotkantha. So that means having the much more desire than normal. For example, if the person is a diabetic individual and he is having a desire to consume sweet substances, that could be Autsukya. He know that he is suffering from diabetes, and he know that if he is consuming sweet substances, that may lead to the worsening of the condition. Still he is consuming it, or that is considered to be Autsukya. It is one of the Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi Lakshana. Let us say one more example. The person who is suffering from hypertension is going to consume the salty substances, or he is going to consume gobi Manchurian as such, or he is going to consume the the substances prepared out of a red chili as such. So that is considered to be responsible for the further increase of hypertension itself. So like that, this is an example for Autsukya. Whereas Arati refers to Anavasthana Lakshana. That is, Arati Sukham na kutrachid avasthitihi sthana asanadishu anivrittihi chetasaha. So that is, the person will not be having any kind of the comfort either in sitting or in sleeping or in walking, etc. He will not be having any kind of the comfortful situation. That is what we can say. He will be having the restlessness. That is, he may be mentally unstable also. That is what we can say aratihi. Whereas sammoha refers to manaso mohaha. So that is moho vaichityam chittanasho ajnanam. So that is altered state of consciousness, where the person is having the disorientation of space, time, etc. He is not in a position to take any kind of the decision making. Chintana, that is thinking capacity, that may be disturbed. Vicharana, that is the thinking as well as the assuming power, uhyam, or this kind of the thing I have to do, that is firm decision making will be difficult, or critical decision making will be difficult in this particular situation. So that is sammoha. Indriya Nashanam. So here Indriya Nashana refers to the loss of functions of Akshaha or Indriya Nashana. It may be related to Dhyanendriya or it may be related to Karmendriya. So here the example was being given regarding the vision loss. If the person is having this continuously, definitely, so that may be considered to be one of the Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi Lakshana. Unable to walk completely in the person suffering from Pakshagata, etc. Or the person who is suffering from the Kaphavrita Vyanavata as such. So that is what we can say. The probably it could be a Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi Lakshana. Durbalasya Susamriddham. That is the person who is physically weak or mentally weak or emotionally weak and he is suffering from serious disease, maybe carcinoma or maybe acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, etc. etc. In that particular situation, we may say it could be a durbalasya susamriddham vyadhi, arishta yukta vyadhi, that is the signs of imminent death. For example, here a cyanosis is being observed, so that is it could be considered to be a central cyanosis. Whenever if you are saying central cyanosis, we may say that the person may be suffering from the major respiratory disease or major cardiac disease. So if you are not giving the adequate line of treatment, so this may lead to the what do you say that the death of the individual in due course of time. The second example, that is edema. So here this may be considered to be due to hypoproteinemia. So that is reduced concentration of proteins in the blood, wherein that may be responsible for the reduced fluid content in the intravascular compartment. In the sense, there may be a possibility of a hypovolemic shock. There may be the possibility of hypovolemic shock, wherein the complete circulation of the blood, a circulatory system will be at fault. So this is what is considered to be the arishta yukta vyadhi. In that particular situation, we may lose the patient earlier. I mean, think about the overall summary. Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi is considered to be the set of diseases where the complete cure of the illness is very difficult. They are also being termed as Anupakrama Vikara, that is non-treatable diseases, which are categorized under Asadhya Vikara as per Charaka as well as Vagbhata. The features of the Pratyakhyeya Vyadhi: Gambhiram Bahudhatustam Marma Sandhi Samashritam Nityanushainam Rogam Dirghakalam Avasitam Vidyat Vidoshajam Tadvat Pratyakhyayam Tridoshajam Kriyapatham Atikrantam Sarvamarganusarinam Autsukhyarati Sammohakaram Indriyanashanam Durbalasya Samriddham Vyadhim Sarishtamevacha. Charaka Sutra, 10th chapter. Dear ANA community, that's all for today. What are the major key takeaways from today's discussion? Mention in the comment box below. What is the one video that you'd like to hear in the coming days in this particular channel? Mention in the comment box below and spread this particular video to maximum number of true Nidana learners so that we can make a huge movement out of this particular small message. That's all for today. Something more in the next video. Thank you.